Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Grams and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different now. Guys, with this recent Brawl Talk, we've been given the biggest piece out of the puzzle, which is finding out the lore of our favorite game, Brawl Stars. Now, if you don't know what I'm referring to, then why are you watching this video? You clearly haven't seen what I'm talking about, so exit out of this tab and rethink your life choices, buddy. Anyway, during the most recent Brawl Talk, we were interrupted with a mysterious transmission. Watching the video, we learned that it's an investor video made by Starr trying to make clients invest in their park. If you want to know what shows up in the investor video and you want to know the Easter eggs inside them, because there's a lot of them, I'd suggest you watch the video, this video that I have on screen, because I explained them all. Also, thank you to everyone who watched that video, because that video made my channel blow up and pushed me from 120 subs all the way to 225 subs, and it's well on its way to 10,000 views, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Anyway, given this information, what's to be said? Should we just take it at face value? Should we move on with our lives and forget about it? Yes. No, of course, we're going to be talking about it. So in this video, guys, I'm going to be trying to tackle the impossible task and try to make a semi-complete timeline of the events of Brawl Stars and Starr Park in the hopes of being able to make sense of everything that has occurred and will occur in this game's lifespan. Disclaimer. This isn't a set in stone theory. Just because one YouTuber makes a theory doesn't mean that they're correct. The thing about theories is that they are to be tested in time, and as we get more information, we can update them accordingly. For example, just because Kairos Time makes a theory doesn't mean mine is any less valid. But that's not what I'm saying he's wrong, I'm not saying like he's wrong. I actually really like his theory and he put a lot of thought into it, so I suggest you watch it. I'm just bringing another opinion to the table, bruh. Another disclaimer is that this theory can evolve and change drastically in the future. As we get more information, I will update this theory accordingly. So make sure you tune in whenever I change or update it. Also, write your own theories in the comments. I'll respond to a lot of them, and I'd be more than happy to include them in my videos if I agree with them and if they make sense. And with all of that out of the way, homeboys, let's get into Starr Park, Brawl Stars timeline. I don't know why I did that to the mic. Oh, God. Started as an animation studio back in the 1930s to the early 1950s. Let's call it Starr Entertainment. Starr Entertainment created many short films and animations, and because they were one of the first animation studios that utilized colored films, they instantly became well known and popular. Starr Entertainment became like our world's Disney and instantly became a household name. And what did Starr Entertainment do? Just like what Disney did, not suing a daycare for copyright reasons, but they created a theme park about their characters. Take out the papers and the trash. We're now in the late 50s. Starr Entertainment changed their name to Starr. Starr became massively popular and decides to take the risk to have a theme park centered about their characters and the universe that they created, and the themes around them. They start making blueprints and mock-ups for their theme park. Now, the reason why I say the late 50s is because in the computer that was sent to u/AI Fajor, a file was on their computer that brought them to a page that isn't available on the starpark.biz website. That page read, in summary, that the photos were taken from the photos on the site were taken mainly from the 60s to the early 70s, with some exceptions from the late 50s. It's clear that the webmaster wanted to let us know that some photos are older than others, and which out of all the photos on the site would be older, other than the blueprints and the mock-ups for the actual park. It just makes sense that the planning/building phase of the park's lifetime was to have occurred around the late 50s into the 60s. Now it's the mid-60s, and the park is being made. Throughout this building process of the park, it's clear that this park isn't going to be able to be functional by the time they have to have it open. And because of this deadline, they have to rush the building process. During this period, a lot of injuries and deaths occur. We know that a lot of people get injured and killed because of what the spokesperson says about how their employees poured a lot of blood and tears into creating it. It also is around this time where Starr starts running out of funding. Building a park while also having to pay for the deaths and injuries of its employees makes it in need of money. So because of this, they create the investment video. The video that interrupted the Brawl Talk, if you don't know what I'm talking about. They create this video in a desperate attempt to find funding so the park can be finished. Now, I believe that their attempts to find an investor fails because, come on, why would you invest in this? But Starr Park manages to scrape by and creates a semi-functional theme park. But let me tell you something, when you put the word semi-functional next to the words theme park, something is bound to happen. But nonetheless, the park opens within the late 60s. We know that it opened because of the ticket in front of the website. It's a real ticket because it has grand opening on it. It's not like just a mock-up or a blueprint or a design of the ticket. It's the actual thing. And we know it opens in the 60s because this is when some of the photos are taken on the website of things that require the park to be open to take it, such as the airlines and the park walkway signs. But referencing what I said earlier, horrible things were bound to happen. And we do know that a lot of bad stuff happens with some of the photos that we were given from the starrpark.biz website. For example, the photos of the employee manuals with the subtitle of the manual being How to Dispose of Waste the Discreet Way, and one of the lines read, for our, remember, this is our secret. Starco knew that this park would be dangerous, and that the employees also had to keep their dark secrets under wrap. I guess you can say Starr Park was a toxic workplace. It's been 10 years of deaths, children being orphaned, and employees having their teeth sharpened when the park eventually closes down. And their atrocities have been shown to the public eye. Probably by some Shane Dawson theory or something. But jokes aside, we do know that what Starr Park did became public because of the wording of this line. We spent the last years collecting ephemera and images from the notoriously defunct theme park. Here I'm going to have to disagree with one of the points Kairos Times mentioned. He said that in his theory, the webmaster is trying to expose Starr Park as to what they did in the past. I don't think that's what the webmaster's plan is. If you think about it, notoriously is used to emphasize that a quality or fact, typically a bad one, is well known. Why expose a thing for doing horrible stuff that people already know about it? If it's notorious, then that'd mean that everyone knows what they did. It's 2004, the year of... Here, let me look up something important that happened. Oh, would you look at that? I was born that year. Anyway, Starco has been real quiet for the past couple of years. They weren't really doing anything because the public opinion about them wasn't really good. Because typically when a company kills off hundreds of people don't tend to like that. But Starco decided that the time to do something is nigh. And wanted to create another theme park. But of course they can't just be like, hey guys, so you know the last time we made the park and literal families were murdered? We have these blueprints for a new one. I'm asking for $10 billion, 15% stake. Because, if a theme park opens up and people literally die because of it, it's not like the investors will forget about it and make a new one, right? So because they can't just jump the gun on creating a theme park, they decide to take it easy and make a mobile game, which would slowly get the public opinions neutral about what they did and not raise any eyebrows. And eventually, make a Starr Park 2. Now this is where the webmaster comes in. The webmaster, a fan of these characters, finds out what happens behind the scenes at Starco and figure out their plans to create a new Starr Park and tries to stop them. The webmaster knows that if Starr Park were to happen, they'd have a repeat of what earlier and people dying. So in 2004, the webmaster creates a website hidden as a fan page in the hopes of stopping Starco. But somewhere across the line, Starco figures out the webmaster's plans and goes to find the webmaster. Because of that, the webmaster has to be more secretive and incognito, which explains this email that the webmaster sends you if you email them. We're now in 2015, and Starco has just managed to finish their prototype of their mobile game. They decided to make their game based off of their old defunct arcade game that they had, Project Laser. Then 2016 rolls around and they do a little rebranding of the game. They decided instead of their game being a space game, they'd switch it up into a Wild Western themed game with the new name Slugfest. And nope. They decided to change the name once more. And you wanna take a wild guess as to what that game's new name is, huh? You guessed it. Rush Wars. Nah, I'm joking. They decided to go with Brawl Stars, and it's a massive success. With every update to the game, Starco decides to introduce themes and characters from their older animations, such as Mortis and his mortuary, Tara and her bazaar, Daryl and his pirate ship. Gradually, they hint at a theme park in their game, such as a Ferris wheel in the background of their loading screen, or a roller coaster in some of their maps, and literal tickets that you use to be able to take part in special events. Because if it was the player base's idea, they'd be the one pushing for a theme park. And Starco could be like, what? This was not our idea at all. But yeah, we could make a theme park, yeah. or something like that. And eventually, the player base does figure out that they're hinting at a theme park, and right on time, because it's update time, and Starco can use this theme park hype to announce they'd be rebranding their game and all their social media accounts to match up with Starr Parks. This explains why Brawl Stars' profile picture has changed to the Starr Park logo. It's now September of 2020, and it's that time of the month where Starco releases their Brawl Talk to announce the theme park theme. When, something happens, the Brawl Talk was hijacked by the webmaster to show the investor video, in the hopes to convince that the player base that the idea of Starr Park coming back is horrible, and that Starco is an evil corporation, and it's up to us to stop them. But hey, I'm joking. That's just my theory, guys. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's my theory. I'll have a full timeline in the description, so you can go look at the timeline whenever you want to or whatever, without, watching this video again to see everything I talk about. But thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you guys doing that, and there's not much else to say other than subscribe, I guess. Goodbye. Love you. Oh.